Motherfucker throw 7 elbows to your skull. That's never should happen. This is a sport. We should protect the fighters. We should make referees accountable for that. With money, give them a fine. If you do 1 time, give you a fine. If you do 2 times, double the fine. 3 times, you out, brother. What's up, motherfucker? Money Moicano here, and today I'm going to talk about a very bad business in UFC Vettori versus Cannonier, UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 75. I already did a video talking about the fights, but today I want to talk about something else. You know, we have been watching, we have been seeing very bad referee stoppages and very bad referee judge scorecards, you know, and something has to change, brother. Something has to change. When referees, they get something wrong, fight careers can be affected, you know. Physically, the guy could be injured for life or for, I don't know, maybe next 7 months or something like that, and he cannot provide for himself or for his family, or even financially, which is even worse, my brother. We watched some fights this last Saturday on UFC Vegas 75. So first, I want to talk about Arguetta and Ronnie Lawrence. Was a very bad stoppage, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about the fight. Arguetta start dominating. He jumped in on the cage and grabbed Lawrence. He was using his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu. He was doing pretty okay. He was doing good, trying some submissions, and he locked in a guillotine, you know. And Lawrence was feeling, you know, for me, looked like he was going to get the submission, and Lawrence stood with the hand like that, and the referee touched his hand, and I don't know what happened. The referee stopped the fight, but clearly, editor, clearly he was not tapping. But I have to say that's very bad when you're fighting and you do like that. He was doing mention to tap, you know. But the job of the referee is interpretate that, you know. And it's a guillotine. You're not gonna of a guillotine, of a rear naked choke, you know. You're just gonna pass out. You're not going to have damage from that, you know. The guy has to squeeze your neck for 5 minutes so you can have or something can happen, something serious. So in that way, it was a very bad decision. The guy was screaming right after the judge stopped the fight, I didn't tap, and I saw a lot of the MMA community was mad about that, because that means bad business. When a fight is stopped like that, this is bad, because like I say before, this can hurt the fighter financially, you know. He was counting on that money, you know, he was counting on that fight. He was not winning the fight, but doesn't matter, you know. It was the first round. He was gotten dominated on the ground, but he didn't tap, and that's the truth. So we should hold these referees accountable, you know, because this is people careers, brother. And the other fight that I want to talk about is Carlos Hernandez and Dennis Bondar. You know, they were like flyweights. They weren't doing okay. It was a very good fight, competitive, back and forth striking, back and forth wrestling, and this is show how good UFC is, because I don't have a clue about who the are those guys, you know. Flyweights, I didn't remember his name. I never saw them fighting, but they were delivering a very good fight. But in the last 5 minutes, Carlos Hernandez got a huge takedown. He lands Bondar on the ground, and in my eyes, in my opinion, he was knocked out with the slam, you know. So Carlos got the takedown, he slammed Bondar on the ground, and for me, looked like he was finished already. And Carlos, he threw 7 elbows on the other 7, and the guy was already KO'd. The guy was sleeping. The guy was in the shadow helms, was in another dimension, and the guy kept pounding with elbows on his face. And the fucking referee, man, I don't have words to call this because this referee was over there standing, you know, and letting the guy was being punched, not punched, being hit in the face with 7 elbows. That is just crazy. That could the guy. That's not like a mistake that you do, the guy not tapping, that can hurt you, you know. And man, that was very, very bad. The referee should have stopped the fight even before the first elbow. Why these fighters are over there, brother? To protect the fighters, you know. And what they are doing everything wrong. They are not doing their jobs right. And the other day I was doing a live. We went to the internet and we saw how much money they are making. We watched. It's public information, my brother. You can look it up. You can look it up. You don't have to trust in me. And they make very good money. And they are not doing their job. So it's my job to tell you guys, we have to make this mother accountable, you know, because if not, things like that, it's going to keep happening all the time, you know, my friends. And I don't want to see fellow fighters get hurt or get hurt physically or financially. The most important thing, don't hurt the fighters financially, you know. And it's a very complicated situation, but we have to find some ways to make these referees accountable. And what's your opinion on that? I want to know. I want you to leave in the comments below, what should we do to make the referees accountable, you know, because most likely they're gonna get away with that. This UFC, the next UFC, they keep going, because I know UFC doesn't have responsibility for the referees. It's the commission. The commission choose the referees and the judge. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we have to find somebody to fix that mess. Otherwise, we're going to see somebody made brother. Somebody made in UFC before something is done, you know? And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people get hurt. I don't want to see people get financially broke, you know, of a bad decision of a referee. This is our lives, and I can tell by myself, I don't want to be in a fight that the referee stop early, and I don't want to be, definitely I don't want to be in a fight that the referee doesn't stop the fight in the right moment and get hit in the face with 7 elbows. 7 was not only one, not only 2, 7 elbows on your skull that can damage you for life. That's tough. You can ask me if that already happens to me. I had never been in a fight that the referee wait too long to stop the fight, you know. I got TKO'd a couple times, but in my opinion, every fight that I lost by TKO was early stoppage. And you can look it up. You don't have to trust me. Go over there. See the Jose Idol fight. That was a early stoppage, bro. I was over there defending myself. Fiziv was the same. Some people can argue that on the RDR fight, the judge should stop the fight. I don't believe that. I make to the 5th round, and in the 5th round I was over there trying to get my win. But it's tough. It's tough, especially when you are fighting on the prelims, you know. You're trying to make a name for yourself. You're trying to show the world how good you are. You put the training, you put the hours on the gym, you know. You sacrifice a lot of stuff to be over there, and the referee just make a mistake. And it's not your mistake. You're defending yourself. You're trying to recover from the submission attempt. You try to recover from the TK, from the punch. I don't know what's going on in the fight, but the referees, they should do a better job. That's for sure, you know. So what's your opinion on that? By the end of the video, I want to say thank you everybody that is doing, that's helping, that's making this the best MMA channel in the whole YouTube, okay? This is the fastest grow MMA channel in the whole world. So share, like, subscribe, stay true, motherfucker. See you guys in the next video. Os.